as the years go by, but they won't age a day. The success of any school can be measured by the contribution the alumni make to our nation. Now, may I call upon our exemplary alumni, Mr. S. Rupesh, to address the gathering. Good evening to one and all present here. It's an honor to be a distinguished alumni here at the Founders Day celebration. I'd like to thank the school for inviting me here today. Being back here brings back a lot of good memories, and I'd like to share a few of them with you. I remember the Founders Day preparations that would start 2 weeks in advance. No classes, full-on club activities and cultural preparations. It was a great time. I still fondly remember my 4th standard Founders Day science project. I made electricity out of lemons and powered a digital clock. The variety of activities that SJN offers are numerous, and each activity is different and unique in its own way. During Sports Day, I still remember the intensity of house spirit with which we would do the march past practices and with which we would compete in the athletics and sports events. Those were unforgettable memories. And a special mention to the daily morning activities, because we would wake up early in the morning at 5:30 to do yoga and jogging. I was not a big fan of waking up early. But now, in hindsight, I wouldn't have it any other way, because the level of average fitness a Sajonian has when they pass out of the school is remarkable. I was able to appreciate this only when I entered college. I had to daily walk a kilometer or 2 from my hostel to my college and back. This would be a piece of cake for me, whereas my new friends who I get in college, they would struggle to do the same task. The level of physical fitness we gain here during our time in SJN is huge, and it has a great impact for the rest of our lives. Apart from academics and sports, the extracurricular activities that we were exposed to, the NCC camp, the NSS camp that would happen for 2 weeks at the Kallar village, the scout jamborees, the philately clubs, the bird watching clubs, the Children's Day and Teachers' Day celebrations. There are 2-week sports camp, the trekking that would happen back here in the forest. I could go on and on about this. There were thousands of different activities that I enjoyed during my 9 years here in SJN. After spending 9 years in SJN, doing various kind of activities, naturally you get comfortable getting into a new activity or facing new challenges. When you go into the outside world and step into it, when you face a new problem, you are no longer afraid of the unknowns of a situation. You face a situation with a clear mind. And when you face a situation with a clear mind, you obviously find a better solution. As our beloved secretary would say, Mulangi kadandal selandayam sirai pudikkum, nimirndu nadandal yerimalayum vali kudukkum. This one quality, adapting well to a new situation, this one quality cannot be imparted in a student by making them repeatedly do one particular activity, but it can be done by exposing a student to thousands of different activities. And that is exactly what SJN did to me during my 9 years. Exposure to thousands of different activities. And for that, I'm forever grateful to my school, to my teachers, and to my management. I'd like to conclude by saying it has been, and it will be a great privilege always to be a part of the Sajoni family. Thank you.
Thank you, Rupesh. Now may I call upon Mrs. Sweta Srivarna to share her thoughts.
Good evening to everyone. I hope everyone are enjoying this evening. Hi again. So, I'm very honored and feeling very privileged to be part of our school's Founders Day today. I thank everyone for the opportunity. So, I've been in this school for 3 years, from my 8th standard to 10th standard. And there are so many things that made me who I am today, because those 3 years played a major part in my life. So as I entered this auditorium, I was hit with waves of nostalgia thinking about how many days I would have spent in this auditorium, the numerous assemblies, the sports activities that happen here, as well as like the bhajans that happen here. And that's when I realized something, that who I am today is because of the school. And I, as a person, consider three major aspects when it comes to my life. So one is myself, one is the people around me, the third I can share is the nature. So when I say about me, you are your own company when it comes to anybody, right? Because you are the one who's going to be there for you always, and your thoughts are going to be surrounding you always. So when I think about that, curating your thoughts is something that we need to learn on a daily basis. And why I brought this up is because the speeches that Ganeshan sir gives, or Kavidasan sir, or all our teachers give every day in our morning assembly or schools is something that helps us to get motivated and find an optimistic perspective towards life. And that's something I missed when I went into my adult life. And so it happened like, whenever I enter my office, I would not feel like working, and suddenly I'll just put in a TED talk or a motivational video to boost my morale. Because all these years I have been listening to their talks, which I missed, so I took in from other sources to develop myself. And the second is people. When it comes to people, when I joined the school, I missed my family very dearly. I missed my friends, and I didn't know how to make friends at the first place. So it was like a challenge to me. I got to know people, how to talk to people, understand how to build a relationship. So by understanding all this, I became like a little independent, and also I understood the concept of socializing and how important it plays in everybody's life. So nowadays, what I do, just make a random call to an old friend, say hi, so that we keep the relationship going, or plan a visit, or go on a trip together, or even like have a family dinner together. So this keeps us in a very bonded way with our family and with the people around us. And third thing, which I actually like, is the nature. So when it comes to nature, I think you would have seen how the school is placed, right? Surrounded by mountains on one side, and the ground and the luscious greens around. And every day walking from dorm to school, school to dorm, I would just look at all the trees, randomly look at the mountain rocks, and wonder how beautiful they are. And it still connects to me because last month I had stayed in a small homestay in Karnataka, and it's by a river bank called Aganashni River. And we planned to see the sunrise. And as the sun was rising, the sky is just sparkling with colors. It's like red, blue, and orange. And there's a sense of peace that I received when I was seeing that beautiful colors around. And the breeze around me was so soothing. It made me realize every one of us have that connection with nature, but are we trying to bring it out? I'm not sure. So from my heart, I would like to say everyone, connect yourself to nature, being like just taking a walk near a tree, or just dipping into a river or an ocean, or anything to do with nature, because that will connect us with the beautiful environment we live in. So I think these three major things I learned from SJN, and it has been helping my life throughout. So hopefully I think all the students and parents also take such small aspects from here that would help you in your life balance. And I would like to conclude my speech here, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity.